Feel that. Feel that good energy. Yeah, I know you feel it. Well, hello, my little star seeds. How are you doing today? How is the universe treating you? Are you vibing? Are you manifesting? Are you getting all that good stuff that I want for you? I hope so, because you know it's what I want for you. I want for you. I thought I'd go a little old school today with my look. A little Harley Quinnish. Also a little bit witchy as Halloween is fast approaching. So as long as we were interrupted in our series of black crystals, I decided to go ahead and do another little interim video, if you would. The other day, well, let's start here. During the last full moon, I found that I was feeling my mantra for that full moon was, I'm at peace with my past. So that is something that I strive for and also something that I struggle with. So definitely something there. It kind of just spoke to me and I resonated with it. And I thought, you know what, this should be my focus. This will be my intention. As you know, I believe in setting intentions for the full moon or whichever moon phase you would be celebrating at any given time. And I wanted my focus to be that. I wanted to embody that, to feel that through and through, that I am in fact at peace with my past. And so on my way becoming at peace, I decided that I should go ahead and do a cord cutting ceremony. Ritual, if you will. And just in case you were not familiar, I thought I would share my experience. So first of all, my beautiful little star seeds, welcome to my channel. If you're new, I don't know how you found me, but I am so glad that you did. Welcome. And if you're coming back for more of this, oh, I love you and thank you. So now that I've gotten that out of the way, why don't I go ahead and begin? So as I do with any ritual or ceremony or circle, I go ahead and designate my space first. I decide where I want to do this ritual, ceremony, whatnot, and then I go ahead and prepare it. By that I mean, we set the mood. Well, you know I love to set the mood, don't you? All right, let's do it. So we'll set the mood. Why do I sing when I do that? I'm not really sure. It just lends itself to singing about the mood we're setting one. All right, let's see if I can light our candle here. Yes. Okay. We're gonna light our incense over here. More stick of this good stuff. It's almost like a double stick. Nice. I'll give you a little cleanse. Beautiful. All right, so now that we have gone ahead and set the mood, I would, in our intended place, area, room, corner, altar, whatever you may have, I would go ahead and gather my tools. So it's pretty basic what I did, and so I'm going to keep it really simple. There are spells and additional, endless ways in which you can do this. I just did something simple and easy, and I just thought I'd share it real quick. Okay, sound good? All right, cool. So for this, I have a little knife that is made out of selenite. I've seen them made out of onyx or different crystals, stones, whatnot. Mine happens to be selenite, and this is what I used. If you don't have a knife to symbolically cut the cords, that's fine. You can use whatever you want, whatever. It's all about visualization, okay? So much of magic and meditation and manifesting, it's all about visualization. It's really about seeing yourself there, submersed in that, feeling it, seeing it, feeling it, connecting with that, vibing, raising that vibe. You know, we always like to raise the vibe, right? So that's what I did. And I took a moment to go ahead and ground and center. I went pretty deep in my meditation, and it's up to you how far you want to go, but I went in pretty deep and really was visualizing actual tethers, like ties, cords holding me down from my heart, from my mind, from my soul. I'm just really picturing what that looked like and what that felt like and how restrictive that was and how those cords were connecting me to events and people and situations that I knew I didn't want to be connected to anymore. And from my past, these things arise from my past. So I decided I needed a little shake me up, and I was gonna go ahead and cut those cords. The first part for me, again, was the visualization of them there. Now, it's pretty intense work sometimes revisiting some types of revisiting work we call shadow work. We're looking at both the light and the dark. We may have had a part in these ties that bind us to these past situations, people, places, things. Or we may not feel that we did, but it's up to you to go ahead and decide that as each person. To each their own. But I tried to really look at it. It can be uncomfortable, it can be somewhat painful and sad. Maybe it brings up a lot of emotions, and that's okay. I really wanted to get in the middle of it so that I would get the most out of the ceremony for myself. So the next thing that I did formed a mantra in addition to I'm at peace with my past. Something like I release now what no longer serves me or no longer serves my highest and greatest good. And with that, I went ahead and symbolically cut those ties to my heart, to my soul. I cut them away, right? And I really visualized them. And it was so much like this, like imagine a helium balloon, right? Is held down by the string. Once you cut that string, the balloon rises. Okay, so after my little cord cutting visualization, okay, maybe we have a ghost, maybe. Anyway, meanwhile, back at the ranch, as I cut the cords, I really visualized all of that falling away. I visualized almost breaking out of a shell and shaking off the pieces. I envisioned a butterfly coming out of a cocoon. Just symbolism that for me represented shedding the old, cutting those ties, outgrowing them, letting them go, releasing them, and the effect of feeling free. Just the feeling of lightness that I got almost immediately was amazing. And I really think that any of us could benefit. Now, there are spells that use candles with ties that will actually burn down. There's so many that I could go into. If you would like me to share any of those, please do leave it in the comments. And while we're leaving things in the comments, why don't we, I don't know, like, subscribe? What? You can do that right now. Like and subscribe. It's just a little clickety click, click. It's time for you to like and subscribe. See? We're on time. You're perfect just where you are. So if you would like to do that, friends, I would love that. My little star seeds. Let me know what you would like to see me do, what you'd like me to discuss, talk about. We will be resuming our black crystals, I would say after Halloween, so probably next week. All right, so then just finishing up with the ceremony that I performed, I really bathed in imagery and the visualization of being set free, of released and lightened. Sometimes there's a lot of feelings that come with that. Now, sometimes this sounds odd, but there is comfort in the things that we cling to, even the unpleasant things. So the release of those things can be quite emotional. So I felt it. I really did. I let go and I really gave myself over to the process, and I recommend that you do so as well, just to get the most out of the action for yourself. And for me, tears came, and maybe I was feeling emotional, maybe just the whole idea of I'm free now, and I don't have to let that run me, rule me, affect me. Today, I can finally let it go. It was just a beautiful thing, and it was emotional. And, so as you've now released and you've felt that feeling of lightness and you've thanked all of those lessons you've learned, thank yourself for being vulnerable enough to go through this process. and any other energies that you may have called in to help you with this ritual or ceremony. And you want to, as if you had opened a circle, you would want to now close it. So you're thanking all those energies, thanking the lessons, but you're free, right? After a ceremony like this or any type of ritual, I recommend that you do ground and center. Try to pull that strength back. What you've done has used up a lot of energy and you can feel depleted, almost like a hangover rundown, maybe almost like you're coming down with something. So I think it's very important to ground and center, whether that's go sit in some sunshine on the ground, hug a tree, I don't know, use your grounding mat, use visualization, whatever helps you regain and gather up that energy, reclaim that energy back to yourself, whatever that is that works for you. If you need some suggestions or ideas, I am more than happy to help. So yeah, I mean, this can give you a new lease on life. It is something that I perform once or twice a year. You know, I try to stay free. And if you're constantly staying free, those things don't build up and end up owning us and restricting us and ruling us here now, when it was way back then. We're done. Let it go. And for someone who holds on very tightly, it can be a challenge. But I got just such a sense of, I just got chills. I just got such a sense of relief when I did this process, a simple process. It maybe took me, 45 minutes. I really sat with my meditation and my visualization. I really wanted to be sure I knew what it was I was trying to release, both specifically and in general. But something like this can really help you feel your power again, the power that was given by our Creator, calling that back from the people, places, things we may have left some of ourselves with, or let them, what is the saying, live rent free in our heads. Pish posh, we don't want to do that. It drains away the joy from now. And I have a hard enough time staying present. That's why practices like meditation and doing rituals and ceremonies are so beneficial to me, I find. Maybe you will find the same if you have a good experience or any experience that you would like to share. Again, please leave it below. And while we're leaving below and liking and subscribing and living our best lives, our best witchy lives, why don't you go ahead and visit my store, give you something to think about. Maybe get just some tools that might help you in a little ceremony of your own choosing. You could go to Feather Wind Store at Etsy. And if you would like to know a little bit more about the history of my company and how it came to be, you could go to intrinsicspecialties.com. Yes. And with that, my beautiful little star seeds, I look forward to seeing you, all of you, in my future.